So here is the Lemfo branding of this particular speaker. I say that because there are actually quite a few different brandings of the exact same speaker. And it is a speaker, though, I do generally warmly recommend. It is very favorably comparable to one of my all-time favorite Bluetooth speakers, the Rock-On Charge 2-in-1. Now this is literally twice the price, and it is basically what I call the big boy version. But they are very favorably comparable in terms of the audio, how it sounds, nice bass, warm, clear, as well as physical features, IPX4 waterproof, which means, you know, splashes and drips, nothing major, nothing heavy, but it can withstand, you know, minor water spilling on it without you having to freak out. They both have USB outputs to charge a mobile device. They both have that. But be aware they only have a single internal battery. So when you charge out a mobile device on this, you are in fact using the same battery that the speaker uses to play. So you are effectively reducing the overall longevity. Now, the battery size is one of the main fundamental differences between the two. This is a much smaller battery, and its average, the Rock-On Charge, I'm not kidding, I've had this now for 3 or 4 months, and it plays for like 20 plus hours. It's phenomenal. This, being much smaller, is average around 10 hours. That's its average. It does change, of course, if you're charging out or also at volume level. Now, I did notice one negative, unhappy review saying that they couldn't control the volume from the speaker, and I'll go ahead and show it to you. Actually, quite a few speakers follow the same suit. In fact, so does the Rock-On Charge. You see on the side here, this button that has the plus and minus signs with the track controls, it's long press. Long press, hold it down to change the volume to go up or down, or short press to change tracks. The same thing with this one and with, well, hundreds of others. So be aware that you can change the volume. And with my iPhone 4 running 7.1, it did up the volume by a few steps, and then lowering it. It basically did not change the default volume on my iPhone. Now with Android, you never have to worry about that because Android uses 2 separate media channels, one for phone and one for actual media, meaning music and what have you. With iPhones, they only have a single channel for both phone and media, and there are plenty of speakers. When you change the volume on the speaker, you actually also change the volume on the iPhone itself. Not so here. I'll go ahead and actually play a little track here. I'll give you an idea of the sound. Now, one of the things about the sound is that the speakers are directed, meaning they're located right here on the side, and you'll get the loudest, most perceived volume when this side, here's the bottom, this side is facing towards you. If it's flipped around like this, yes, it's going to sound really quiet, because in spite of the look of the mesh grills there, the speakers only face one side. So orientation will have a major impact on how loud it sounds. If you have it like that, oh, it's going to be really quiet. If you want the most overall 360 kind of presence, you want it facing up, because then it'll just kind of fill the air. However, sitting like that, best to be facing you, of course, and then head level to get the most perceived volume. So take that into account. Actually, the Rock-On Charge too. The Rock-On Charge here is the same way. It's single directed speakers, I should say dual speakers, same here with this one, but it's actually angled up because of its diamond form, and that angling up does give it a greater perceived volume because, you know, once again, it kind of fills the air. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a little track testing here. And I believe that is at max volume. Long press. Right? Long press the down volume. Alright. And I'll just to go to show you, as you can see on my iPhone, the volume is max, so it does not affect the volume on the phone. So long press again to bring it back up. play, pause, answer phone. Now, the audio response when it comes to the bass isn't the cleanest. It's a little crackly, but for the price point, it's there. It's present. It's pleasant. Overall audio spectrum is pleasant. The mids are a bit swallowed for those who care. That particular track that I just played, the one we just had right now, there's a very subtle mid-level sound, it's just there, and with this speaker you can't hear it at all, so the mids are actually just slightly swallowed there, but overall, I mean, it sounds good to the naked ear. It's a pleasant sound. So I guess to reiterate though, the volume control, long press, does not affect the level on your iPhone. It does also show the battery meter right there, right off to the side, and directed audio. You want to ensure that you have the loudest perceived volume. You want this side, here's the bottom, this side facing you, and it's best if it's at head level. But if you want to get a more open sound, it would sit like that. And there you go. And it also does have aux in and a micro USB for charging, and then there's your DC out. So all in all, I do warmly recommend the speaker. It is a mini half-price version of my personal favorite Rock On Charge, and certainly worth consideration, definitely. You guys have yourself a great one.